Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you are doing good.
In the previous episode, we learned what is the library panel, and now we will learn what is the use of the timeline. Um, what is the use of the timeline? So a timeline is the most important thing you use to create an animation. Let's say you want to create a bouncing ball. Uh, as all of you know, the bouncing ball is circle. First, I draw a circle here, and yes, and you want to change the pose of the ball in the next. It automatically poses it because the ball is falling down. So due to the gravitational pull, the position of the ball will automatically change, and you must have a ground, right, on which the ball will fall. And yes, and you have to and if you want to create the floor, you have to click on add layer, new layer. One option is there to add a new layer. Click it, and if you double left click on it, you will get an option to rename it. You have to rename it. Let's say I rename it floor, right? And and this one ball. Excellent. So, and in the floor one, I draw one floor. Let's say here on this floor, the ball will bounce. Perfect. And in the next frame, and if you want to add frames, just go to the frame, right click, insert frame, and the shortcut is shift F5. Oh, sorry, shift F5 is to, I mean, remove the frames. And I will tell you about the shortcuts. I am a noob, therefore I forgot. Sorry. And in the ball one, and if you do not want to your floor layer which I added now, do not get deleted. Just click on the lock layer. One option is there on the one lock option will be there. Click on it, and your layer will never be deleted. Yes. Where were we? Yes, this ball. And the next posture, you have to insert a keyframe. Insert keyframe, go to free selection tool, and just bring the ball downwards. And you have to do it again and again till the ball comes here. Of course it is about to bounce on the ground. I'll tell you it. And if you are getting any problem in dragging that, just convert it into a symbol. Perfect. Now just go in this one. I will just delete it and paste this ball here. And you can see, you have to go every the frame back to see what was the previous ball posture you did. The best way is to on the onion skin here. If you on the onion skin, you can see the previous frames. Like, my first frame was this one. My second frame will be shown beneath my first drawing. This is my first one, second one, third one I have to add here, right? Yes. And just go on adding keyframes. I will not speak and you can even select the frames. And if you are lazy like me, the best way is to choose, right click on onion frame and choose all frames. Perfect. And yes, yes, the floor is there. Perfect. um where were we? Yes, like this, like this, like this. Okay. And just 1 second, I'm getting a problem here. Just unlock this, copy this frame, and add wherever you want. Okay. Paste frames, and now you will not get any problem. So I will just will not speak in this part because it's very easy to add frames and keep on adding the next posture of the ball. And yes, next here, and the last one here. Absolutely correct. and and the ball will obviously go upwards due to the bounce. Next one here, next one here, next here. Let's say till here the ball bounced. Fine, okay. Let's see this animation. It's pretty nice. Let's go to the last frame. So our frame was 16th, right? Okay, let's on the onion skin so that ooh, the ball is just slightly getting okay. uh, mm, and the next frame will be absolutely upwards, and the next frame the ball will go downwards, 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 downwards. Perfect. And there will be a slight bounce like a 2 3 frames. There you go. Just one frame, then add another. It's coming down. There you have it. So I just completed my animation. Let's see it from the beginning, shall we? See, let's off the onion skin. And if you want to see the published preview, just go here. It will take some time. See, isn't that nice? Okay, so if you want to add some backgrounds, just add a new layer. I'll say it as background, enter, and just add a new stage. It's as simple as that. Let's lock this layer and go to the dock. Here we'll choose. Ooh, this is looking nice. Okay, let's check our final. What is that called? Animation. See, and in the previous video, I told you that if you feel any your animation is very fast or slow, you can even change the uh, frames per second. Let's say I think my animation is fast. Okay, so I'll decrease my frames per second. Let's say from 10 I'll make it as 5. Now let's see it. Now it's become too slow. Let's put it as 8 9. 9 is perfect. Yes, 9 is the absolute perfect number. And there you have it, guys. That is the and if you do not want to click on keep on clicking the play button, and you will see one option, loop button. Click on it, and what does the loop button does is that it repeatedly plays your animation. Like I extend it to my last frame. My last frame was wait. My last frame was 28. Now see, if I play my animation, what the hell is that? No worries. See, and at the end, my ball will again bounce. That was the glitch. I found it out. And yes, and it will bounce. And yeah, and I am using the beginner, and you can even the text change the, I mean the positions of the timeline by clicking on edit. Go to the preferences, and if you do not want to see the balls right here, the balls bouncing, you can even go to edit, preferences, export preferences. Now see, Yes, and you can see that only the keyframes are showing here, which is not good for the beginners. So my advice is for the beginners to go to preferences, beginner preferences, and just change their timeline option so that you can see where did it go, and you can add the timeline. 1 second, I'll add it. There you have it. You can see the animation, right? And once we play, and there is that loop. So that is it for today's tutorial, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're new to the channel, go and hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care and bye bye.